In continuing from our previous section on the responsibilities of licensees when responding to departmental demands, it is important to understand that the Arizona Department of Real Estate, ADRE, also plays a vital role in monitoring and regulating the way compensation is earned, paid, and received within the real estate profession. Just as the department enforces compliance through investigations and demands for records, it also safeguards the integrity of financial transactions among licensees and between licensees and the public. The ADRE's oversight of compensation ensures that real estate professionals operate with transparency, honesty, and in accordance with ARS Section 32-2155, ARS Section 32-2151.01, and R4-28-1101E. These legal provisions define how commissions and fees may be lawfully earned, paid, and dispersed, while also protecting consumers and maintaining professional accountability. Under ARS Section 32-2155A, only a licensed real estate broker may receive compensation for performing real estate activities that require a license. This includes activities such as negotiating sales, leases, or listings for another party in exchange for valuable consideration. The law prohibits unlicensed individuals from accepting any form of compensation for brokerage services. This restriction helps prevent unqualified or unethical individuals from engaging in real estate transactions that could harm the public. For instance, if a property owner pays an unlicensed person to find a buyer for their home, both the unlicensed individual and the property owner may face penalties under this statute. Equally important, ARS Section 32-2155B states that a real estate salesperson or associate broker may only accept compensation through their employing broker. A salesperson may never receive payment directly from a client, another licensee, or a third party without the express knowledge and disbursement of the employing broker. This rule ensures proper supervision, accurate record keeping, and accountability for every financial transaction that occurs under a broker's license. For example, if a salesperson represents a buyer and receives a commission check directly from the title company, bypassing their broker, that act would violate both state law and the commissioner's rules. The ADRE could impose disciplinary action on both the salesperson and the broker for failure to maintain proper control of funds. The ADRE's role in compensation oversight also extends to the handling of trust accounts and the disbursement of earnest money. Under ARS Section 32-2151.01a, every broker who receives money in connection with a real estate transaction must place those funds into a trust account and keep accurate records of all deposits, withdrawals, and disbursements. The department enforces this requirement through periodic audits and inspections, ensuring that client funds are properly protected. A common violation discovered during these audits involves brokers prematurely dispersing funds from escrow without written authorization or documentation. Such actions not only breach the trust of the client, but also violate R4-28-802, which requires brokers to maintain monthly reconciliations of trust accounts. Beyond the enforcement of these laws, the ADRE also protects the public through the Real Estate Recovery Fund, established under ARS Section 32-2186. This fund provides financial restitution to consumers who have suffered monetary losses due to a licensee's fraudulent or dishonest actions. The department manages and administers this fund, reviewing claims and approving payments when valid evidence of financial harm exists. In this way, the department plays both a preventative and corrective role, ensuring compensation practices remain ethical and providing remedies when violations occur. The ADRE also issues substantive policy statements that clarify how compensation-related rules are applied in specific scenarios. For example, the department has provided guidance explaining that compensation includes not only money, but also gifts, credits, rebates, or anything of value given in exchange for real estate services. This interpretation prevents licensees from attempting to circumvent the law by accepting indirect benefits or non-cash incentives. Under R 4-28-1101E, any compensation arrangement, monetary or otherwise, must be fully disclosed to all parties involved in a transaction. For example, if a licensee receives a referral fee or bonus for directing clients to a particular home warranty company, the licensee must disclose this relationship to the client to avoid conflicts of interest or violations of fiduciary duty. The department's role also encompasses the regulation of finder's fees and payments to unlicensed individuals. Under ARS Section 32-2175C, a licensee may not pay compensation to an unlicensed person for performing acts that require a real estate license. However, the department allows certain limited exceptions, such as small referral incentives to tenants in a property management context, provided these comply with the conditions outlined in ARS Section 32-2175A2. For example, a tenant may receive a one-time $100 credit for referring another tenant, as long as the payment is authorized in the management agreement and the recipient does not engage in any licensed real estate activities. The department's careful enforcement of these distinctions ensures that unlicensed individuals do not engage in illegal brokerage activity while allowing brokers to conduct lawful promotional programs. Another area of oversight involves broker-to-broker compensation, which is permitted under Arizona law when both parties hold active licenses. A broker may pay a referral fee to another broker, even if the other broker is licensed in another state, provided that the payment complies with the respective state's licensing requirements and is disclosed to all parties. For example, if an Arizona broker refers a client to a California broker for a home purchase, the Arizona broker may legally receive a referral fee from the California broker as long as both are licensed and the transaction is handled transparently. The ADRE supports such cooperative practices but monitors them to ensure compliance with disclosure and licensing rules. Failure to follow the compensation rules set by the ADRE can lead to serious consequences, including disciplinary action, fines, and possible license revocation. Common violations include paying or receiving commissions from unlicensed individuals, failing to disclose compensation arrangements, or mishandling client funds. Under ARS Section 32-2153A10, such conduct constitutes grounds for license suspension or revocation because it demonstrates dishonesty or incompetence in real estate dealings. The department may also open a formal investigation, as discussed in the previous section, and order restitution if clients suffered financial harm. Review summary. In this section, you learn that the Arizona Department of Real Estate regulates how compensation is earned, paid, and dispersed under laws such as ARS Sections 32-2155 and 32-2151.01 and rules like R4-28-1101E. The department ensures that only licensed brokers may receive compensation for real estate activity and that salespersons receive payment solely through their employing broker. The ADRE also oversees trust accounts, audits brokerage records, and administers the Real Estate Recovery Fund to protect consumers from financial loss. Through enforcement and education, the department maintains transparency and ethical standards in all compensation-related matters. Discussion. Why does Arizona law require salespersons to receive compensation only through their employing broker? Answer. To ensure accountability, proper record-keeping, and broker supervision of all financial transactions. What statute prohibits unlicensed individuals from receiving compensation for real estate activities? Answer: ARS Section 32-2155A. How does the ADRE protect the public when a licensee's misconduct causes financial harm? Answer: by administering the Real Estate Recovery Fund under ARS Section 322186. Why must compensation arrangements be disclosed to all parties in a transaction? Answer: to prevent conflicts of interest and maintain transparency in professional relationships. What might happen if a broker pays commission to an unlicensed person? Answer: the department may impose fines, suspend or revoke the broker's license, and potentially refer the case for prosecution. Closing remarks. The Arizona Department of Real Estate's role in regulating compensation reflects its core mission: protecting the public and maintaining professional integrity within the real estate industry. By strictly enforcing compensation laws, monitoring trust accounts, and ensuring fair payment practices, the department helps create a transparent and trustworthy marketplace. Every licensed professional must understand and follow these rules, as even minor violations in compensation handling can lead to significant legal and ethical consequences. Adhering to ADRE regulations not only protects consumers, but also strengthens the credibility and professionalism of Arizona's real estate community.